Maya was a 32-year-old elementary school teacher making $48,000 a year. She was living paycheck to paycheck, stressed about every unexpected expense. 90 days after starting a side hustle, she had an extra $4,200 in her bank account. A year later, she was making an additional $50,000 annually while still teaching full-time. This isn't about some complicated crypto scheme or dropping thousands on inventory. This is about a simple decision that changed everything. Here's exactly what she did. Maya loved teaching, but let's be honest, teacher salaries aren't great. After rent, student loans, car payment, and basic living expenses, she had maybe $200 left each month. One car repair or medical bill could wipe that out completely. She wasn't looking to get rich. She just wanted breathing room, enough to save for emergencies. Maybe take a vacation without guilt. And she definitely didn't want to work a second job that would drain her evenings after already spending all day with 28 third graders. Sound familiar? If you're enjoying this story and want to hear more real-world money lessons, hit that subscribe button. I post new financial stories every week here on Strategic Income. So here's where Maya's story gets interesting. It started on a Saturday morning in February. Maya was at a coffee shop, grading papers, when she overheard two women at the next table. One of them said something that stopped Maya mid-sip. "I made $800 last week just helping people with their resumes. It's the easiest money I've ever made." Maya had been helping her friends update their resumes for years. She was good at it. Really good. She'd helped her roommate land a $15,000 raise with a resume rewrite. But it never occurred to her that people would actually pay for this service. That night, she went down a rabbit hole. She researched resume writing services, checked out freelance platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, and looked at what people were charging. The numbers shocked her. Professional resume writers were getting $150 to $500 per resume. But here's where Maya almost talked herself out of it. You know those voices in your head? Who would pay ME to write their resume? I'm just a teacher. There are already so many people doing this. I don't have time for another job. She sat on the idea for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Finally, her credit card statement arrived. She'd put $247 in groceries and gas on it because her checking account was too low. That was the push she needed. On March 1st, Maya spent 3 hours setting up a profile on Upwork. She offered resume writing services for $75 per resume, lower than most competitors because she had 0 reviews. She figured she'd do a few cheap ones, build credibility, then raise her prices. Week 1. Nothing. Not a single inquiry. Week 2, 1 message. Someone wanted a resume done in 2 hours for $20. Maya declined. She knew her worth, even as a beginner. Week 3, her first real client. A nurse transitioning to healthcare administration needed a resume rewrite. Maya spent 4 hours on it. The client was thrilled, left a 5-star review, and paid her $75. That review changed everything. Suddenly, she started getting inquiries. By the end of March, she'd completed 7 resumes. That's $525 in her first month, working maybe 30 total hours during evenings and weekends. April was even better. Word spread through the nurses at her client's hospital. Maya wrote 12 resumes that month. $900. But here's where Maya made a critical decision that most people miss. Instead of just grinding harder, she raised her prices to $125 per resume. She expected fewer clients. Instead, she got more. Why? Because higher prices signaled expertise. People trusted her more. In May, she did 10 resumes at the higher rate. That's $1,250 in 1 month. She also started offering LinkedIn profile optimization as an add-on service for an extra $50. About half her clients took it. By June, Maya had a system. She had templates for different industries. She'd batch client consultations on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. She'd write on weekends while listening to music or podcasts. It didn't feel like work anymore because she was genuinely helping people land better jobs. June income, $1,575. Let's add that up March through June. $4,250 in total income from her side hustle. But remember, this story doesn't end at 90 days. By December of that same year, Maya was charging $200 per resume, had a waiting list of clients, and was bringing in $4,000 to $5,000 monthly from her side business. She was still teaching full-time, still loving it, but now she had options. Let me tell you what that extra money did for Maya's life. First, she paid off her $6,800 credit card balance in 6 months. Gone. That freed up $200, a month that was going to interest payments. Second, she built a 6-month emergency fund. $14,000 sitting in a high-yield savings account. For the first time in her adult life, she wasn't worried about car repairs or medical bills. Third, she started investing. She opened a Roth IRA and began contributing $500 monthly. At 32 years old, this was going to make a massive difference for her retirement. But here's what really changed: her relationship with money. She wasn't stressed anymore. She wasn't checking her bank account with anxiety before buying groceries. She said yes to dinner with friends without calculating the cost in her head. The best part? When her school announced budget cuts and her classroom supply budget was reduced, Maya didn't panic. She used some of her side hustle income to buy the supplies her students needed. She had flexibility. She had control. A year and a half into her resume writing business, Maya had earned over $50,000 in additional income. That's more than her entire yearly teaching salary when she started. So what can we learn from Maya's story? Let me break down the key lessons. Lesson 1. Start with what you already know. Maya didn't take a course or get certified. She used the skills she already had. What do people come to you for advice about? That might be your side hustle. Lesson 2. Start before you're ready. Maya almost waited months longer because she didn't feel qualified. If she had waited, she would have lost thousands of dollars. Done is better than perfect. Lesson 3. Your time has value. Charge accordingly. When Maya raised her prices, her business improved. Don't undervalue yourself just because it's a side hustle. If you're solving a real problem, people will pay for quality. Lesson 4. Small amounts add up fast. $75 per resume doesn't sound life-changing, but multiply that by consistent effort, and suddenly you've added $50,000 to your annual income. Never underestimate the power of consistent small wins. The point isn't that everyone should become a resume writer. The point is that Maya transformed her financial life by monetizing something she was already good at. No massive upfront investment, no quitting her day job. Just strategic use of her existing skills and spare time. Here's my question for you. What skill do you already have that people ask you for help with? Drop your answer in the comments below. You might be surprised by how many people tell you you should charge for that. And if you found Maya's story helpful, subscribe to Strategic Income for simple explanations of money, income, and financial systems. I post real-world financial stories like this every single week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next story.